Sorry about that. Part two. What am I going to say? Welcome back to Loving with Tiara. And I'm glad you found me. But what am I going to say about, what was I talking about? Somebody called and it interrupted my flow. So, what am I going to say? Oh, the best way for insomnia. Thought I wasn't getting back to that. Insomnia, best way to cure insomnia is always going to be something more natural. Why? Because it starts to train your body to depend on itself to correct the problem, whatever the problem may be. You definitely want to go and get some therapy and make sure that you don't have other issues going on, but obviously you do. That's why you're up. So we all should have a therapist anyway, somebody that we can talk to that's not your homie or the friend, somebody that went to school for this. Yeah, somebody went to school for it. Or studies it seriously. But anyhow, make sure that you understand that those natural products, you do have to make sure that they actually work with your other medications that you're taking. You cannot just start taking all kind of supplements and not check to see if they actually have any kind of adverse reaction when mixed with, just because one is natural and the other is natural doesn't mean you can just like be mixing them like mix natural stuff, mix. No, you can't do that. Like, you will create some fumes and poof, you don't want to do that. So just double check all your stuff. Go back to the pharmacist and ask them, like, can I add this, or is this like, no, I know this is natural, but I don't want to cause a chemistry experiment in here. Not in here. Bingo, poof. You don't want to do that. Don't play games with yourself and then wonder why your insides are not working right, because you've been playing practice chemistry set on your guts and pretending like they weren't doing any damage. But anyway, that ZQL that's just one in particular. I just say that one because it popped out with that color. But the reality is all of those pills and things that help you get to sleep, you are responsible for flipping that pamphlet over and reading all of the small details. And I think the more that we do that, the more that we educate ourselves on that type of stuff, the more we will not just so willingly pop those pills, the more we'll start to say, okay, one pill and then a little bit of meditation. Yeah, am I really that nauseous, or can I like hold off for a couple hours and really sit with this? I mean, I've been a little nauseous before. I mean, is this the end of the world, or can I go take some ginger tea first and like stall that pill for like 3 or 4 hours? There's like a lot of different things that one can do to try to heal itself without the use of a whole bunch of artificial ingredients and substances and whatnot. But when you need them, you need them. So I take them when I need them. I just go on ahead and just like, pop. Thank you. Glad I'm still alive. Yep. So you can do that. You can do whatever you want to do, but insomnia, the best thing to do, breathing. Learn how to breathe. Breathing is so important. Proper breathing is something that I didn't know anything about. Some people do. I mean, I watch my son. He naturally knew, or maybe he sees me. I don't really know where he got it from, but I watch him, and he's done it for a while. When he would get upset, he would kind of, I said, this little boy think he's frustrated with somebody. Look at him. He is frustrated. He's frustrated. And he has a right to be frustrated, because whatever it is in his little world, or he lives in the same world, so let's not be condescending. In his world, I was frustrating him, and he has a right to feel that. And so I allowed him to have the feeling. However, not the vocalization. I mean, you voice it, we address it, we move on, not to continue. But breathing, learning how to properly breathe is just so truly important. You have got to, when you wake up in the middle of the night or you cannot get to sleep, just lay there and listen to your breath. I mean, really listen to your breath and by listening to your breath, you can learn to self-soothe. And eventually, and I mean, I can tell you, many people have said it. Many people have looked it up. On and on and on. I'm not proving it to anybody. You want to look it up, go look it up. If you don't, don't. I don't care one way or the other. You can just click the button, poof, and you don't have to listen to any of it. But if you want to, you could actually do the research, and you'll see that there's, I don't know, lots of people. I won't give you numbers because people want to debate numbers. I can't stand all that. So there are people that live by this religiously. They do not take medication for insomnia. They learn to focus on their breathing. They learn to control their breathing. They learn to listen to their breathing. And by doing that, you can retrain your brain and retrain your mind to understand that it's capable of healing itself, and you can self-soothe. Like literally, you sit there and you keep going until you lull yourself back to sleep by your own heartbeat, by your own breathing. I mean, you just kind of fall into the breath, breathing in, it's just so peaceful, and it's just your own heartbeat. It's your own breath, your own rhythm. Just learn your rhythm. I mean, when you're going all day, you never really have time to even listen to yourself breathe. And when you do, you're usually out of breath or rushed, getting ready to go, hurry and eat, hurry and pick up the kids, hurry for the meeting, rush, 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 rush. And you wake up in the middle of the night. Take the time to be with your breathing, whatever it sounds like. Asthmatic, it's still yours. Coughing, hacking in between, put your CPAP, BiPAP on, but it's still yours. Purring like a kitten. I had a friend tell me that by the time my body actually gets to sleep, this was when we were teenagers. So I've been operating on a little sleep for a very long time. Because even as a teenager, she said by the time I went to sleep, my body would just purr like a kitten. And I wasn't really raised with cats, so I asked her what that means, and that's what it sounds like. She said every time I went in, I went out. And I thought, beauty rest? Oh my gosh, I'm getting my beauty rest. So purr like a kitten and listen to it. Even if you have to do it out loud. Who cares? Your husband? Tell him to get into that. Your wife? Tell her to get into that. Your kids? Tell them pay the mortgage. Or go to their room. Whichever they choose. But you can purr. You can just listen to yourself breathe. You can listen to your heartbeat. Listen to your natural flow. If it was a wave, your natural flow. If it was a wave, and your breathing was a wave, imagine the speed of the wave. What does it look like? What does your beach look like? Or is it a lake? Is it a lake? Is it still waters? Like shallow breathing? Or are you fighting for your life? Like a high tide? That's how most of us live our lives. Breathing like we're fighting a high tide. We want to become still with our hearts, gentle with our bodies, gentle with our mind, gentle with our soul, gentle with ourself, most importantly. Learn to breathe properly. Take the time to breathe and practice it all through the day. Whenever you think about it, we don't need to start setting reminders. Just when it comes to you, when you find yourself stressed out, breathe in and out. There's all different types of breathing exercises. Some of them do different things. But just learning to listen to yourself breathe can be done anywhere, and it's free. They know when they see me close my eyes. I don't care if I'm on motorcycles. I don't care if I'm in the dirt. I don't care where you are. It's a certain type of understanding that when someone closes their eyes, even at the gym, they understand that I'm meditating. I'm listening to my breathing. I'm stilling my heart. I'm being present with myself. I'm loving me. That's pretty much what I'm doing. That's what I look at meditation as a moment to just love myself. Yeah. It's like, I'm just like loving me from the inside. From the inside out, that's what's important. All right, you guys. Breathing until you get back to sleep. Can you still use your pills? Yes. Just try to kind of use a little less of them. Unless it's a prescription that you've gotten somewhere, then that's on you as to how you want to address that in your future. That's not really something anybody can make a decision for you on. You either stay on it or you don't. But if the problems don't get resolved, then you'll still be taking that in 10 years. Simple math. Just that simple. It's not magic. So unless you change something, then you're going to still be an insomniac on purple dye in 5 years. And there are side effects that last for 5 years. No scare tactics, just the back of the package reading in the bathroom. So, there's side effects to everything. Be responsible, be knowledgeable, educate oneself. And until then, love yourself and continue to focus on your breathing. Continue to learn your own breath. Listen to it, appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Like I said, my granny just died. Appreciate your breath. Because you don't know when it'll be your last. Loving you always. Till next time.